today. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression some people get during the short days of fall and winter. So joining us now is Kaiser Permanente psychologist Dr. Supriya Gill, joining us to talk about the symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, and how people can cope with those mood changes. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us what some of the physical drawbacks of SAD are, and if there are some of those telltale signs that would confirm that we in fact have this kind of diagnosis.
Yeah, so for SAD, the symptoms are similar to what we see in depression. And so in terms of physical drawbacks, we're going to see decreased energy, decreased concentration, changes in sleep, psychomotor functioning. I think the biggest piece for SAD is that we are also going to see increased appetite, increased carbohydrate intake, weight gain, and social isolation. So withdrawing from friends, family, and things that you might have previously enjoyed.
So would weight gain also play a factor into that if our weight is constantly fluctuating up and down during this time of year?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also with just the holidays and the change, like you said, the change in daylight, we are more prone to be less motivated to do things like exercise or even engaging with the foggy weather that you've mentioned outdoors as we typically do. So weight gain is something to be on the lookout for.
Sure, absolutely. Now, I found this interesting. According to the American Psychiatric Association, SAD is more common in women than men. Why is that?
Yes, so what we know is that the rates of depression are higher in women than they are in men. And so seasonal affective disorder follows that pattern with differences in puberty being one of the reasons for the differences in the gender gap. But yes, seasonal affective disorder is more common in women.
Very interesting. So what is SAD's effect on pre-existing mental illnesses? So say, for instance, if I'm diagnosed with bipolar disorder, how would SAD affect what I already have?
It does predispose you. And with the seasonal pattern of SAD, what we could see potentially is that a manic episode might be triggered with the seasonal changes that we're experiencing now.
Interesting. So what are some effective ways that a person, or maybe their peers, their family, their friends, can treat this disorder? Because I think it's more than just saying, hey, cheer up. Why are you, so upset, or why are you so down during this time of year when it's supposed to be the happiest time of year?
Absolutely. And in fact, you're right, that can add pressure and make us feel even more hopeless or worthless. So there are some important self-management strategies that we can practice. We know that regular exercise and increased exposure to sunlight are effective ways to mitigate some of the symptoms that can come up with SAD. Getting outside in the mornings to do exercise is a 2-for-1. So getting outside for a walk, even a brisk walk, can help us to reset physiologically, cognitively. We're getting outside to do it, or doing things like gardening where we're getting our heart rate up. That can be helpful. Making sure we're keeping good sleep behaviors and good sleep hygiene. So maximizing, again, the amount of time that we're getting sunlight by getting up and out of bed in the morning. Even with cloudy days, natural sunlight can be helpful. Making sure we're minimizing caffeine and having it in the morning. Other substances like nicotine or alcohol, excuse me, at night, which can disrupt the quality of our sleep. Meditation and gratitude are practices that have been shown to be beneficial for our mental health, for depression specifically. The Calm app is a great way to just very quickly and easily access those tools. And of course, if it feels like these self-management strategies aren't enough, there are ways in which your doctor can connect you with other types of treatment, including light therapy or medication if that's indicated, as well as mental health support.
Sure. So the biggest thing to remember is there is help out there. There are resources available, and there are different methods where you can try to break the kind of funk that you're in, right? Would social gatherings also be an added bonus to that? Maybe trying to get out more and connect with people more?
Yeah, that's a great
Okay.
point. So social connection is huge. And if you're able to find the energy and the motivation to do that, it's extremely beneficial for our mental
Awesome.
health and well-being.
All right. Dr. Supriya Gill with Kaiser Permanente, thank you so much for joining us and talking about SAD and how we can best beat it at this time of year. Thank you so much, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
All right. 7